The Greater Kent Historical Society and Brighter Museum are proud to share with you an Independent Order of Oddfellows exhibit. Titusville Lodge number 34, the local Kent Lodge, celebrates 130 years of service in the valley and have lent the museum a plethora of artifacts and information to share with you. This is a short overview of what can be seen in the exhibit and only cracks the surface of the story that can be told. The story of these Oddfellows begins a long time ago in a land far away. The first reference to a group of odd fellows dates back to 1745 in England. The Independent Order of Oddfellows traced their lineage through a group called the Manchester Unity to the Washington Lodge No. 1 in Baltimore, Maryland, with a man named Thomas Wildy as the driving force in 1819. The ideals of the fraternal order spread quickly, and by 1821 the Americans created the Grand Lodge of the United States. Under the Grand Lodge auspices, Odd Fellowship grew and moved west until the Titusville Lodge made its appearance on April 2nd, 1885. What is Odd Fellowship? Initially, it was a fraternal society that grew to include a sister branch of Rebecca's in 1851. The order's internal mission is to improve and elevate the character of man. Odd Fellowship teaches right behavior and camaraderie among brothers and sisters. Each degree of Odd Fellowship teaches a different link in the motto of the order: friendship, love, and truth. Odd Fellowship encourages selfless activity with its four tenets, encouraging brothers and sisters to visit the sick, relieve the distressed, bury the dead, and educate the orphan. In these tenets, Titusville excelled. In 1886, the brothers started the Hillcrest Burial Park in Kent, which for a long time was known as the Oddfellow Cemetery. They contributed to the Oddfellow Orphan Home in Walla Walla, which has morphed into a retirement home in more recent years. In the early 1900s, the Fellows built a hall on Meeker Street. That hall still stands, having survived a fire in the building, a move from the back of the lot to where it sits today on Meeker Street, and a fire in the building next door. When constructed, the building housed a stage on the first floor that played host to high school graduation and school plays. Above was a hall that could accommodate large gatherings. This brings us back to these Oddfellows. They're the first degree team for Titusville Lodge in 1968. They're getting ready to initiate a new Oddfellow into the first degree of the order. They act out the biblical story of David for the initiate. The Oddfellows used this performance as another way to communicate their message. They acted out, spoke the ritual, and compiled it in written ritual books. Today, teachers call that differentiated learning, and the Oddfellows have been using it for years. Each degree included a different ritual, with different symbols to learn and a different message to hear. At the end of each was the voting box. If you ever wondered where the term blackballing came from, here it is. Each member of the hall got a vote to confirm membership or a new degree. Initially, it took a single black ball to require the petitioner to start the process over, but it was loosened somewhat to 3 black balls. This selection process gave weight to the third degree Oddfellow. It meant something about you, if you had earned that distinction. This could be an important connection if an Oddfellow needed to move to a different state. He could go to a new town, present his transfer paperwork, and integrate into his new lodge. An Oddfellow moving to Kent in 1900 would immediately meet the first 5 mayors of Kent, many of the local business leaders, and some of the big farmers in the valley. Titusville Lodge number 34 is still an active entity in the community after 130 years. Their 15 members still meet twice a month, quietly doing the work of the order. This exhibit, however, will only be up a short time longer. You can visit the Brighter Museum at 855 East Smith Street, Wednesday through Saturday from noon to 4 p.m., or call the museum at 253 854 4330 to make an appointment. See you soon.